Okay, so let's get right into it. Most of us, we think we're making pretty smart choices, right? Especially with our money, with our careers. On the surface, it all seems responsible. But there's something else going on, a hidden truth that's kind of uncomfortable to look at.
You do what feels sensible. You put money away, you build up that emergency fund, because, that's the responsible thing to do.
Of course you do. You stay away from the things that seem a little too shaky, the ventures that feel uncertain. You choose caution.
You take the path that seems secure, predictable, consistent. You get into a routine, and it all feels so right. It feels so safe.
What if that feeling of safety, that comfort, is actually the most dangerous trap of all? Let's really break this down.
First things first, we have to understand what we're up against. Comfort isn't just a state of being, it's a trap. And it's so hard to spot because it looks and feels so incredibly good. And I need you to really hear this. This isn't some big dramatic explosion. No, it's a slow, quiet, invisible erosion of everything you could be. And this is how it gets us. Comfort is sneaky. It doesn't show up looking like fear or laziness. Oh no, it wears a disguise. It shows up looking like discipline, like you're being mature, like you are totally in control of your life. And this, right here, is the root of the problem. You consciously want to build wealth, to grow, to achieve, but your brain's ancient programming is pulling you in the exact opposite direction. It's always pulling you toward whatever feels less scary in this exact moment. So what's the fallout from this constant tug of war inside our heads? Well, it turns out that prioritizing comfort has a real price tag, a hidden cost that just compounds and compounds over the years without you even noticing. I mean, just look at these two questions. The one on the left, that's your brain's default setting. It's driven by fear. But the question on the right, that's driven by ambition, by a focus on the long game. And whichever question you ask more often, well, that determines pretty much everything. So this is the big paradox we have to wrap our heads around. That feeling of safety you get today is being paid for with the currency of tomorrow's opportunities. And this isn't abstract stuff. This is where it hits in real life. It's staying in that good enough job for years. It's keeping all your money in a savings account because investing feels risky, while inflation is just eating it for lunch. It's that split second of hesitation when a massive opportunity lands in your lap. An opportunity that's going to require you to be a little bit brave. And this line just nails it. What we call a solid, stable life is so often just stagnation in a clever disguise. It's you refusing to move, slowly sinking while thinking you're standing on solid ground. So why? Why on earth do we do this to ourselves? It's not a logical choice, that's for sure. It's a psychological one. Our own brains are playing tricks on us. And here's the science behind it. It's called psychological homeostasis. All that means is your brain craves a predictable normal. It will fight like crazy to keep you exactly where you are, even if where you are is kind of miserable, just because it's familiar. Just let that one sink in for a second. Our brains are so allergic to the unknown that they will literally choose a pain they already know over the chance at a gain they don't. That's how deep this wiring goes. And this is the fundamental mistake, the misinterpretation that keeps millions of people stuck. That feeling of anxiety, of nervousness, of being a little out of your depth, that's not a sign to turn back. It's a sign that you're at the edge of your comfort zone, which is the only place real growth ever happens. So if playing it safe is actually the problem, what is the real risk we should be paying attention to? This is it. This is the single most important idea in this entire explainer. We've been taught to see comfort as the prize, the reward for all our hard work. But it's not. It's a cage. It might be a really nice, gilded cage, but it's still a cage, and it's limiting your entire future. And you can see how this plays out over a decade. In year one, person A, the one who prioritizes comfort, they look like they're winning. Less stress, things are predictable. But just watch. By year 5, you start to see a gap. By year 10, it's not even a competition anymore. Person B has created a totally different reality for themselves, not by being luckier, but just by being willing to feel a little uncomfortable along the way.
Okay, so it's one thing to see the trap, but how do we actually get out of it? The good news is this is a skill. It's something you can practice and get better at.
Here's a simple 3-step playbook. Step 1, start questioning that feeling of comfort. Anytime you make a decision, ask yourself, is this actually smart or does it just feel easy? Step 2, you have to build your tolerance for discomfort. Take tiny, intentional steps. Send that email. Apply for that job. And step 3, this one's huge, learn to separate the feeling of risk from the reality of risk. They are very, very often two completely different things. We have to totally reframe how we think about failure. Being wrong and learning something is so much cheaper than never trying and learning nothing. The real failure is the action you never took. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What is that one thing that just popped into your head? The conversation you need to have, the project you need to start, the decision you've been putting off, that discomfort you're feeling about it. That's not a stop sign. It's a signpost, and it's pointing you directly towards your own growth.